Good evening, everybody, from inside the sports office here at NBC 25, Fox 66. I know it's snowy out there, a lot of cancellations for high school, so tonight we decided to update you on our power rankings. You can see them there all across the screen here, all the classes, boys, girls, A, B, C, and D. Cory's are on the left, mine are on the right. They're in two, so girls, big schools, boys, big schools, girls, small schools, boys, small schools.
Right.
So let's look at the differences here between our power rankings. So we both have, for girls, A and B, Bay City, John Glenn at the top, then Dow and Heritage both are different. Why do you have Heritage over Dow, Cory?
Heritage with the only has the one loss. I know it came to Dow. I see where you're going with that, but Dow has the two extra losses, so that's why.
I disagree.
Okay.
You got to play them on the paper, right? If you beat them, actually you're playing them on the paper.
Right.
If you beat them, you should be ahead of them. That's my opinion there.
Okay.
So we both have Flushing in number 4. They had a big win over Hamity earlier this week. And then Frankenmuth, yours 5th. Goodrich is my 5th. Those could probably be interchanged there. You know, that they're looking on the inside looking out.
When you get to this point in the season, at your top 5 teams in any of these, you're kind of splitting hairs. So.
Yeah, that's why it's exciting.
Professionally,
that's why it's exciting.
Hairs.
All right, let's go over the boys' big schools now, Cory. You have Frankenmuth on top, not Carman-Ainsworth. I have the opposite. I have Carman-Ainsworth on top and Frankenmuth in second.
Which contradicts your own position because Carman-Ainsworth has 2 losses, Frankenmuth has 1.
I put the girls there because they lost to each other.
But they have it's 3 losses to
I don't care about losses. I care who you lost to.
All right. Okay, fair enough. I think Frankenmuth has the 1 loss, and I know it was a close game, so that's why I'm going to keep them at number 1.
Have you seen Carman-Ainsworth play?
I have.
Okay. If you've seen Carman-Ainsworth play, I don't have to answer that. We're good. That's it. But I think Carman-Ainsworth is the best team without a doubt.
Now,
they're very fun to watch.
What's curious to me is you still have Saginaw at number 3 with 5 losses.
That's true. Because Saginaw passes my eye test, even though they lost to Midland, who's a pretty Midland hung with Carman-Ainsworth early this week for much of the game. That was Saginaw's latest loss, and I just think that they're going to be dangerous come tournament time.
And it wasn't enough to bounce them out of the top my top 5, but it did drop them down to number 5.
No Holly though, Cory, in yours.
No
I've got Holly in mine.
I like Alma over Holly. Dylan Carl makes all the difference for me, and they only have 3 losses compared to Holly's 4.
But okay.
And I have Birch Run.
All right.
In my top 5.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, Flushing for me has been very impressive.
Yeah.
They beat Grand Blanc. I mean, they've got some good wins too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to girls. Smaller schools now. C and D, pretty similar across the board, I'd say. Cory, I've got Nouvelle in there. I don't know why. Why don't you have Nouvelle in there?
6 losses.
They're peaking at the right time. This isn't about. No, power rankings aren't like, coaches polls and things like that. This is about who's trending right now. Nouvelle is going to be one of the scariest teams, I think, to play come tournament.
Oh, I agree with you. Nobody wants to play Nouvelle because they're very talented.
So they're powerful.
In my power rankings, they're not going to make it if you have 6 losses. So I take into account wins and losses. That's just my thing. I still have Hamity at number 1, Sacred Heart at number 2. I have Freeland on there. No respect for Freeland. No love for Freeland, I should say.
We'll see what they do this week. They play Bullet Creek.
They're a tough defensive team.
Yeah. I think I want to see what they do first.
Okay.
They did have that big win over Frankenmuth earlier in the year, Freeland. So that was impressive. All right. Moving on now. Boys, Class C and D. Smaller schools here. Pretty similar for us. We got Ithaca. Bad Axe is undefeated. Obviously your whole wins and losses. Cory's wins and losses thing coming in big here. He really cares about those. I think Bendel's kind of sneaky there.
They are, and in hindsight, I might put Bendel over Beaverton because Beaverton got smoked tonight by a 9 and 8 Mount Pleasant team. So they may drop out of my top 5. We'll see. I'll give that.
Which was really weird.
It was. That's a weird thing. So
if you had to pick a state champ in each of the 4, it doesn't have to be in class. Out of these teams.
I'd say John Glenn.
John Glenn, all right. I'll go with.
Girls.
I think Flushing girls have a good chance to win a title this year.
They're on fire right now. No Brianna,
they're really hot.
No Brianna Perry hurts their chances of making a long run into a state title. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they can't do it.
Boys, big schools. I like Saginaw. I think Saginaw has the best chance.
I think Saginaw does have a really good chance because like you said, they do pass the eye test.
But there are some really good Class A teams.
Yeah, they're outstanding Class A teams.
That's where their losses have come really to some of the bigger schools.
Yeah, and that's why
the better schools.
I would probably go with Frankenmuth on this one just because they are a Class B school.
Yeah.
I don't think there's as many quality Class B schools out there.
I think we agree Hamity here.
Yep.
And I think Nouvelle has a chance to make a little run.
Yeah.
Depending on what the bracket looks like. And then C and D, Beecher,
Beecher. Their 2 losses have come to A schools. One of them was the defending Class A state champions. The other one's ranked 3rd in the state right now.
And Beecher beat Holly last night.
Yeah.
Who was Class A.
Yeah.
And one of the best teams around.
Beecher blew through the state playoffs last year with an average margin of victory of something like 17 points per game.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just...
They're locked and loaded.
Yeah.
And even being able to be down last night in that game and they come back and win, pretty impressive. Right. So that's what we think. Let us know what you think. Tweet at us, Facebook us.
Yeah.
You can comment.
Shoot us an email.
Yeah.
Send us a letter. Let us an old-fashioned letter.
Yeah, let us know. Petition your team. We'd love to hear from it. Thanks, guys.